Hi guys, welcome to my video. And in this video, I'm going to tell you about my unforgettable moment in my life. But before we start, as usual, let me introduce myself first. My name is Balkis Aisanabila and I'm from A2 class. And this video is going to be quite long because it's going to be like storytelling, but let's get to it. So back then, when I was around 6 or 7 years old, I don't really remember how old I was when the accident happened, but yeah, I'm pretty sure it was around 6 or 7 years old. Forget about the cat. Okay, so one day, my mom, my dad, and I were planning to ride an odong-odong because they offered it to me. So, of course, I didn't hesitate because odong-odong is such a pretty fun experience back then for me as a child. So, I didn't hesitate and I immediately said yes. And that day, we left home in the afternoon. I think it was around 3 p.m. And we went by motorbike to looking for the odong-odong. But in the middle of our journey, in the middle of our way, suddenly we got hit by a car. I don't exactly remember what kind of car was that, but I'm pretty sure it was a car. So because of that, I was like, I had some pretty serious injuries, but luckily, guys, that there was a midwife's house, like bidan. There was a bidan's house near where the accident happened. So my parents took me there to get help. At first, they only treated the wound above my eyebrow because they thought it was the only injury I had. But when they saw the curtains covered with blood, they realized that I had another more serious wound on my right calf, and they were in shock. So yeah, because of that accident, I could barely walk for more than a week. That was the worst part. I couldn't do anything, like I wasn't able to play with my friends, and I didn't go to school for a quite long time. It was a nightmare for me as a child. And yeah, I think that was my unforgettable moment because I still have the scars until now, and every time I look at them, every time I look at the scar, I remember that accident. So that was my unforgettable moment. So yeah, I think that's all I can tell. That's all I can say. Thank you so much for watching, and see you in the next assignment. Bye bye. What I learned from my story is always be careful when driving because safety is important not only for yourself but for others too.